Welcome back to the Skills Canada technical training for graphic design. And in this video, we are going to be looking at something that relates to computer images. It's called image percentage. And it's something that's very important when you are designing a design piece. You won't necessarily see it in the marking here, but it's something that we watch for. The best way I can describe it is, imagine you start with an image that you want to use in your design, and the image is very high quality, high resolution, and you decide to only use it for a very tiny part of your design. So maybe like it would be a small little image in a corner. What happens is all that extra resolution that that image has when it gets scaled down gets multiplied. It becomes bigger and bigger and bigger. And so that little image may have started at a 300 ppi image, but when it got shrunk down to a small size, it might be over 1,000 ppi at that point. And the problem with that is you have all this extra resolution that's not going to ever be printed. It makes your file run slower, and it's basically not correct. You can end up with some issues where the printer has a hard time dealing with an image that has a super high resolution. So it's something that we watch for. And the best way to do this, or to check for this, is if you go into a program like, let's say, InDesign, and we'll just take a look at this design that's been done. We have pictures that are in use here within the document, okay? So these are actually two images. I guess the competitor wanted the person with the paddle to sit outside of the box, so they made a separate image here for that. You'll notice if we look here in our links, and this is also part of the image resolution video, you'll see down below in the link info, okay, you just have to open that up. You'll see that the resolution of that picture that, you know, in Photoshop was 300, which was correct. But because it had been scaled down, it is now 600. Okay, so the resolution has doubled because the size has become smaller. You'll notice in here, we can see that scale amount as 49.8, so basically 50%. But one other thing that's really nice is that you can see this all at a glance without having to go down in the link info. What you can do is you can go up in the top right here of the links window and go to the panel options, and you can customize what the panel option shows. So I like to turn on, okay, it starts there. I like to turn on actual PPI, effective PPI, and also scale. What this will tell me at a glance for all my images, it'll show me the resolution that it was brought in at, the resolution it's at now that it's been scaled, and the percentage that it's been scaled. This is all useful information. Ideally, what you would want to have is these two numbers matching. All right, so if we know that we have to have a PPI of 300, then ideally the effective resolution should be 300 as well. And so what we can do from within InDesign is we can hold Control or right click and edit it with the program it was made in. So in this case, Photoshop. Okay. Now, it's important that we remember how much it was scaled. I believe it was 49.8 or 50%. And so what we could do is we could go image size, and within image size, with resample turned on, we can set it to 50% with a resolution of 300, hit OK, resave that file, go back into InDesign. Now, if InDesign is set to update automatically, you will now see that that number is pretty close to matching the effective and the original resolution with the effective should be very closely matching. All right, that image now will display all the detail when it gets printed, and there will be no loss of data or slowing down of the file.